I'm going to do a review of the Coleman-Mach Wi-Fi Thermostat. There's not a lot of information about this out on the internet. Actually, I could only find a couple of reviews of it. And we've been, so we're in an Alliance Paradigm 340RL. Most of the heating, well, by default, it comes with this heating control. Works okay. There's no remote control, there's no schedules, there's no nothing. For about the last year, we've been using the RV Easytouch. These support Bluetooth. They can connect up to Wi-Fi as well. The mobile app kind of sucks. The controls are kind of clunky. It does have a touch screen, but I don't know. I think it's a resistive touch instead of like the capacitive touch that you would see on a phone. They're okay. These are extremely expensive. And for my coach, you need 3 of them. I actually was going to buy 3 of these, but a buddy gave me 2 of these. So I bought a 3rd one, and that's what we've been using. And they do work okay. But like I said, the app experience isn't great. The controls are kind of clunky. The scheduling, there's not really like you can set schedules for days of the week and things like that. I mean, maybe there is, but it's so obtuse, I've never bothered to do it. Anyway, but you can't connect to it over Bluetooth or via Wi-Fi. This guy right here, it's actually made by Airxcel, which Coleman-Mach, the people who make the air conditioner, the system that's in this trailer is actually made by them, which is kind of cool. But this, I actually don't know if you can connect to it with Bluetooth. I don't think you can. But where it really shines is if you have a Wi-Fi system in your trailer, such as, or RV, I guess rather. If you are using like T-Mobile Home, or you have it just went out, a Pep Wave or something like that. I'm using a system by Insti Connect, which it's cellular, but it also can connect up to Starlink, for that matter. If you have a Starlink with Wi-Fi, this works really well. The mobile app for this is freaking amazing. But we'll get into that in just a minute. So in preparation of doing this, this review, this comparison, I actually installed a heat strip into the master bedroom air conditioner of this 340RL. Normally it's only air conditioner, and the controller would just control the air conditioner. But I wanted, we want to have some heat in here, and I don't want to run an actual like space heater, because these little plugs right here really aren't rated for that. Whereas the wiring that's going to the air conditioner and the wiring that's going to, say, the electric fireplace, that is rated for the sort of power that you would be pulling from, well, an air conditioner, or in this case, a heating strip. So I installed long story short, I installed the heating strip into, I'll pan up. Ooh, Brooklyn Bedding. Not sponsored. Anyway, so that's installed into here. I actually did that a couple days ago. It was so easy to do. It was actually almost comical how easy it was to do. Long story short, I had to take out this controller that came with it, that only does air conditioning, put in a different one, put in the heat strip, which just mounts right up in there. I actually didn't have to take down, I had to take off this cover and the frame that goes around there. Okay, so here we have the RV Easytouch. This happens to be the one that only has cooling. This is the one that has heat. But I started to take it off, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I should probably get some video of that. So right now, this one is on. You can turn it off. There it goes. Yeah, like I said, I was taking that one off, and I'm like, I should record something. So The RV Easytouch is fine. You can get into the schedule and do stuff to it on the actual touchscreen. If you want to change the Wi-Fi, you have to do it on here. It's fine. It's not amazing, but it's fine. I don't think it's worth the price, though. The price of these compared to the price of the Coleman-Mach Wi-Fi thermostats, these things are twice the price. Let's just be honest. So anyway, the one really cool thing, and you'll notice that this screen right here is off unless I touch it and it comes on. You have the ability to do a nighttime mode right there, night, day. When it is in a nighttime mode, these turn completely off. No light, no nothing. There is not an option to do that on the Coleman-Mach Wi-Fi thermostats. That's why I had to make a cover. But again, these are fine. They're fine. I don't think they're worth the price. So I'm actually going to sell these. But I decided I'd get some footage before I take it down. And they're, the control's fine. It's just a little clunky to press. These, I don't know how to get it. The screw on this always backs out, and I don't know how to fix that other than I'm going to replace them. And so these are always loose. This one's always popping off. Again, it's fine, but not the best. All right, let's talk about the mobile app for the RV Easytouch, which is kind of the industry standard. It's what people are using a lot. It's the thing that people know, and they've seen a lot of YouTube videos about. So in this case, I used to have 3 of the RV Easytouch installed in my rig, but now I only have 2 because one of them I've replaced with the Coleman-Mach Wi-Fi thermostat. But there would be another one for like 340 master because I've got a 340, whatever. So 340 center, 340 rear only has air conditioner. 340 center is actually the one that is controlling my furnace as well. You'll notice here at the top that it's got that little flashing Wi-Fi symbol. That's because I'm not connected with Bluetooth to it. I'm connected to Wi-Fi or through the internet to it. If I power on, I can change if it's doing fan, cool, gas. I'll set it to fan only now just so it's not running the air conditioner. Because it's actually 65 outside? That's crazy. Okay, whatever. Oh, you know what? That's 65 outside. That is for the last location that I updated the location. Let's go ahead and update location. Okay, so I hit the update location, sent my current location to it, which is kind of interesting. That's how you get the weather forecast, both on the app and inside of, and on the screen, okay? Anyhow, we're going to go back. It hasn't updated yet, but that would no longer say 65. This was in Arizona. But with the RV Easytouch, I'm able to turn on and off. I can come in here and do a schedule where I can set the temperatures that I want it to go to. For instance, here, Sunday, I'm not sure what's going on, but it turns on the air conditioner at 8:15 p.m. and it's set to 70 degrees. Okay, I have no idea why it's like that, but it is. So you can come in here and you can tell it what you want to do. You can change the what's it called? The time that it's going to be doing stuff. It's fairly rudimentary. It does the job. Doesn't do it particularly well. The user interface for this app, copy, is, it looks like something from a couple years ago. It's probably done by a small team, developing it themselves in-house, which is fine. not as well done as the Tuya smart home app that's being used by the Ericsell Coleman-Mach one. But it's a thing. So anyway, you can do notifications. You can update the location. If you want to change the Wi-Fi, you can't do it on this. And one other thing, I've touched on this before, is you are able to connect up to the RV Easytouch either via Bluetooth or via Wi-Fi through an internet connection. Okay. If you want to control multiple different thermostats, you have to set the setting. Okay, cool. Then you have to go back. Then you have to come back into the next one, set the setting. Cool. Well, I guess it's not going to turn on because it's set to cool and it's 61 degrees. So there you go. So controlling multiple thermostats is it's kind of annoying. I mean, it's fine, but again, the user interface, the control, it's not super amazing. Also, I've found that the app will frequently lose connection to the thermostats. Again, it's okay, but it's a little confusing, and it's almost mirroring exactly what you have on the actual thermostat itself. The only difference is the touchscreen on my phone works a lot better than the touchscreen on the actual thermostat. The touchscreen on the thermostat, I think, is a resistive touch. Like, you have to push in pretty hard to get it to work. Whereas they don't have a touchscreen on the Coleman-Mach, which actually makes it a little easier to control. Whatever. But this is the app for the RV Easytouch. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. And then I have to come back here and turn this one off as well. Again, you can't control, at least not that I've seen, you can't control multiple thermostats. I keep wanting to say thermometer. As a group and change their settings all at the same time. You can't do it. Alrighty, I have this all wired up. In this case, I have a unit with the yellow is, the white. White is heat. I have two fan speeds, so one's going into green and one's going into multi. And the cool thing is, in the back of the instruction manual here, there was exactly what I needed to do. So that's great. There's also a switch as to whether or not you have a RH or RC or whatever. Anyway, super simple to just follow these instructions. And now I just need to pop this guy on there. Do the peel. What? We're ready to go. I'm going to need to pair this with the Wi-Fi here at my house. I've already got the Smart Life app installed on my phone, so this is going to be actually really easy to do. Okay, I've got the smart... there it is. It actually popped up automatically to add. Let's say that didn't happen. I could come in here to the plus, add device. It's going to look for it, and it's going to find it. Now, one important thing while it's adding this, you have to... Oh, let me put in my password. Okay. You have to add it to the home location that you want. In this case, I have two different locations set up. I have one for my trailer and one for my actual sticks and bricks house, just to keep things a little sane. And let's see. I'm going to name this one right here. I'm going to call this 340 Center, because this is the center air conditioner. Sure, living room, why not? On here in my trailer. It's actually ready to control. Now, like I said, the reason why I have two different locations, you can't actually move them from one location to the other. In order to move it, you have to like reset it and add it again. In fact, I'm about to just go do that right now. Hold on a second. I just went ahead and added all three of these. I'm going to rename this one 340 back, because it's at the back of the coach. And sure, that's in the living room as well. It was super easy to add all of them. Adding this last one, it took me about 2 minutes. It was crazy. So, when you're inside, okay, here you have all three of them. In this case, I haven't added anything else. You can add door sensors, you can add lights, you can add humidity sensors, and they'll all work in the same app. It's actually really cool. Lots of different manufacturers, they all work with this same app. And that's one of the best parts about this ecosystem is the app just, it's really well done. Anyway, so you come into one of these guys. You can turn on the, that one. Oh, hey, you know what? I need to fix that. Let's do that. Device information. Nope. Edit. I have to tell it that this one does not have the, oh, yes, it's in here. There's a lot, really a lot of stuff that you can control inside of the app. It's actually quite remarkable what you can do. Let's see. I believe it's in here where you're able to change whether or not it has a system selection. There it is. Conventional, one, cool. That's it. You can actually set this up on the device itself. Now when I go to turn it on, you've got cool, you've got hot. Okay, cool. Anyway, in here, I'm going to create a group with all three of these. Devices to be added, all of them. Cool. What am I going to call this? 340, air, I don't know, climate. Cool. I'm not going to put it in a room. Cool. With the 340 climate now, I should be able to turn on the cool and set it for, it's going to take too, this first time it's going to take too long. Whoa, it's trying to turn on to 17 degrees. So the takeaway from this is I will be able to come in here. Let's set it for 67. Cool. And they all turned off. All of them turned on and off at the same time, which is really awesome. I can just turn them on and off at the same time. I mean, I can't get over how cool that is. It's something that you simply can't do with other thermostats that are available on the market. You just can't. And like I said, having this app right here, this app is kind of the killer feature for these thermostats. You can't control it over Bluetooth. Like if you're looking for that, if you don't have a Starlink with a Wi-Fi network, if you don't have a PepWave, if you don't have a T-Mobile Home or something similar that gives you a Wi-Fi network that these are able to connect up to, it's going to be problematic because these need a persistent internet connection in order to work. But if you have that persistent internet connection, these work extremely well. One other thing of note, if I go into one of these, and I think it's in here, device network, you can add alternate networks. So let's say that you can add a Starlink network. You can add your home network, any number of things. If you want to use your phone as a hotspot, you could add your phone's hotspot network and have multiple ones here, and it'll just connect to whichever one works best. So it's really cool. Something that I haven't really got into here is the scenes. Scenes are something in the app where you're able to do lots of cool stuff. You could set it so that if you have a door sensor, when the door sensor opens, it does things with lights or with the air conditioner. That's beyond the scope of this, but there's a lot of cool stuff. Earlier I talked about the location information. It's giving me location information for the location I've set in the app. In this case, I can just hit this switch location, and it's going to update that. That same location information is going to show up on the individual thermostats, which is pretty cool. Now, as I mentioned, one of the things I do not like about these thermostats is the screen won't turn off completely. There is no way to turn it off, just period. There's no nighttime mode. There's no, I like to sleep in the dark. Like, that's seriously why I have these magnets right here to hold this closed. They're just they're magnetic name badge holders. This other side is adhesive. They work really well anyway. So, biggest complaint, you can't turn off the screen. So I was talking to my wife about that, and she said, can't you just 3D print something? And yes, I can. So I took a couple of minutes. It was probably about 30 minutes. And I modeled this. I basically took this with me, measured it really well, figured out the dimensions, figured out the slope of the sides, all of that, so that I could put that back on. So that I could have the exact opposite of it. And this guy just slides on like that. Easy. If you happen to have multiple of these, there we go. It still works. The holes in the top are still exposed. So it's still going to get the temperature readings, but it's going to be dark. I will put the link to that file in the description of this video. Please find a local neighbor kid and say, will you print this for me? And they'll say, okay. These, I think it took 15 minutes to print that guy right there. Now I need to print a bunch more because when I first made it, I only had one thermostat. I like these so much, I bought 2 more. Anyway, that's it. That's the review of the Coleman-Mach Wi-Fi Thermostat. Like, it's actually really cool. I really like the setup. I like the controls. I like that it's responsive. Like, it's actually a lot more responsive than the touch screen of the RV Easytouch. Not everything has to be a touchscreen. And this guy works so well. I mean, I'm not going to be setting like a schedule using that. That's actually one thing I didn't even get into in the app. The scheduling service software configuration. It's just actually fantastic. In fact, hold on a second. Rather than talking about it, let's demonstrate it. So the center, this is the one that has the propane furnace on it. So let's come in here to the schedule. You've got wake, away, home, sleep. The cool thing about the away and the home is you have settings where you can say, hey, are you home? Are you gone? Are you here? like what's your state, and it's going to update that automatically. So you could make it so that it automatically changes the temperature when you're not at the house, trailer, whatever. But the schedule itself, it works extremely well. You can copy the stuff from one to the other. What time, what's the cool setting, what's the heat setting. Like it just works really well. In my opinion, it works better than the what's it called? The RV Easytouch. Another thing to note, this is probably not going to be interesting to anyone but me, but you can integrate, because this is a Tuya, Tuya device, it can be integrated into what's called Home Assistant, which is a home automation system. If you have Home Assistant running on like a Raspberry Pi in your trailer, please let me know. Like that is so cool. I mean, yeah, that's just freaking amazing. But yeah, there's a lot of different things you can change in here. It's really, I like the power. I like the ability, third-party control. Did you see that? You can tell your voice assistants to turn things on. And you can do the same thing with the group. So you could come in here and you could say, oh, actually, sorry, voice assistant, you can't do that. You would have to do them individually. But that's okay. You can also share this with multiple people. You don't have to have you and your significant other logged into the same account. You can just share individual devices with them. Or entire households, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, that's it. That's the review. That's the app. That's the scheduling. It's really powerful. There's even a humidity setting, which is amazing. Just so much that you can do with these that you can't do with the RV Easytouch. Again, that's why I now own 3. And they're like half the price. Depending on where you find them, the RV Easytouch is about $200 to $250 at the time of this recording. I bought these guys from Camping World for $112 each, which is not bad. So, I guess in the words of Josh, happy camping, everyone.